Of course, the dogs are now like, but where's our treats? You were tossing, you know, treats. So good news, everyone, if you're not on Discord and didn't see the announcement. One, the deadline for finding a sample place has been extended from today, another 12 days, to July 22nd. So we now have until July 22nd to do this thing. Guido says, I have no idea. I'm thawing some chicken. It might be spicy chicken with something. Hey, Sammy. Hey, Veronica. Yeah, so that it got extended. So I'm going to encourage you all to mark more rocks because, you know, we've made some decent progress these last couple days. I think yesterday when I looked at, we were at 2,000 something. Now we're below 2,000 something. We're at 1,970 something remaining, which is amazing. So yeah, I'm going to do what I can to encourage you all to mark. And right now, that's me marking myself. Yes, we totally have a chance. I think it's still going to be tight, and I would love to have more citizen science heroes. I'm not sure how many people are close to breaking 1,000. I know a lot of people are close to breaking 100, breaking 50. And I haven't really fully decided where that, you know, definite line of you are awesome, da 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 da. Don't mark myself, Annie, I am not a stone. Ha 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 ha. So yeah, we've got an extension. The current rate that we've been going at, I would love to be able to see it get done. So yeah, we definitely have some heroes that have gone out and marked over 1,000 images. And I'm not entirely too sure how I would track the number of images that are getting done a day, like who's making the most improvement, I guess is how I would word it. Part of me is like, this is a real easy image because it's a lot of stuff is just kind of in with the ground. That has a shadow, so we're gonna mark it as a boulder. So yeah, Miss Town says, bah, Bennu, my nemesis. So yeah, so instead of staring at dogs for however long, we're gonna do this image, and then we're gonna get into the news. Because right now, it is totally my job to motivate you guys to do science, and I'm pretty close to breaking 50 images. I think I'm 2 images away right now. I know, Tink, I hear you. That's raised. Also, favorite human is home today. So if you hear what phone beeps, it's probably not you. Are you really going to cry? You're not even on camera. Hold on, hold on. I want to show you how desperate she looks. This is how desperate she looks right now. She really, really, really wants a treat. Really, really, really wants a treat. Midtown says, get favorite human to Matt Bennu. Hey, honey, could I get you to Matt Bennu? I don't think he can hear me. Oh, he can hear me. He's just giving me a look. I don't know what that look means, but he's giving me a look, and it is not a positive look. Tinker, no! No, Tinker. How about you go cuddle with favorite human? Oh no, he's not ignoring me. He just didn't say anything, and he's sitting on the couch. So he looked over the back of the couch, And he just gave me a look. And he was like, That look means, why do I hate him? Is that what that look meant, honey?
What?
The look you gave me when I asked if you would mark Bennu. What does that look mean?
It's no meaning.
It has no meaning. But he can't do it. You can't mark Bennu on like a phone or a tablet, so that's kind of problematic. Tinkerbell. I was gonna say Doggy Cam's not up if you want to pick her up. Sammy says, I just logged into Bennu and I have the same image as you. Oh, right. That means we are two people looking at the same image. Bits! Bits! Hold on, there were bits. Somebody felt bad for Tinkerbell. Alright. And speak! Alright, make it rain! Oh, that was a little more than 2 barks, Tinker. Veronica Kier says, maybe like when someone says the milk has gone sour and then asks you to smell. Yeah. I think that's accurate, actually. I think that's accurate. Thank you for the bits, Smithtown. Part of me is like, there's a lot of rocks on this, but there's not a whole lot of rocks that stand out. But compared to some other stuff, and I don't want to be marking like dust. So I guess I'm just going to stick to the bigger, bumpier parts. Are you all done? Did you? Oh, I still see one on the floor. You walked right over it, Puck. Tinker's gonna find it. Tinker's gonna find it. Yeah, on larger tablets it wouldn't be technically impossible, but, you know, tablets generally default to like mobile website, and I think that's how they filter it out. Is that a crater on the right bottom? Where the dark spots are? Maybe. I was just thinking that. And then I realized you guys can't see what I'm seeing, so let me fix that. Sorry, Tinkerbell. Is this crater on the right bottom? Maybe? I don't think it's capturing my cursor. So, this sound says, I do a lot of puzzle games on Steam. Some of those games are space related. The day they add a Bennu puzzle is the day I take a bat to my PC. That is totally understandable. I think Favorite Human's going to cook while we stream, guys. This is gonna be dangerous. Yeah, these dark spots, there's something not quite right about these dark spots. Like, things have hit and, you know. So what I'm going to do is inspect element. And in this thing somewhere is the web address. So I'm going to copy the web address and close that, and I'm going to open up Discord and drop it in Discord. It does look disturbed. Where is Discord? Do I not have Discord open? I apparently don't have Discord open. Look at me. Here, Tinker, have a Cheerio while I load Discord. Can you sit at least, Tink? Please? Alright, so I'm going into Discord, and you'll see it in a second. If you're in Discord, I posted the image in Venue Mappers, and I'm making a note. Bottom right area looks disturbed. Also, in the original contrast, it shows way more rocks. So, synchronized cooking. What is favorite human making? Hey, darling, what are you making?
Probably just ham and eggs.
Ham and eggs? Are you gonna use the farm fresh eggs?
I don't know.
He's not gonna use the farm fresh eggs. So the department head at Youngstown State University for the physics department has chickens. There's like 10 or 11 chickens, and they get 8 to 10 eggs every day. And between himself and his partner, they only eat, I think, 3 to 5 eggs, maybe in a week. Yeah, it is a lot of eggs. So what he does is he brings them into the department and puts them in the department fridge. And is like, yo, if anybody wants farm fresh eggs, they're in the fridge. And, so yeah, I grabbed a dozen. And by farm fresh, I mean they're not washed. Like, I need to wash these eggs. And they are a combination of brown and green eggs. Yes, there are chickens that lay green eggs. They are called Easter eggers if they're not a pure breed, and I can't remember how to pronounce it otherwise, because there's a pure breed that also does it. And the Easter eggers can lay anything from like blue-shelled to like green-shelled eggs. So yeah, I have a mixture of brown and green-shelled eggs in my fridge that are farm fresh. So I'm excited. Favorite human's like, I don't know what to do with any of these. He pointed at a feather and made a face. So, yeah, I probably am going to bake. I promised him cookies. I promised him chocolate chip cookies, so I probably will bake. It's just gonna make the house really hot. And he won't know if there's green eggs in his chocolate chip cookies. Hey, darling.
Yes.
Walker says you have to use the green eggs for the eggs and ham. That way you can have green eggs and ham.
I knew where he was going with that. The answer is a profound, in-your-face, hard no.
The answer to that is a profound, in-your-face, hard no, Walker. He knew where you were going with that. That's just in case somebody didn't hear favorite human. Because I'm still not entirely too sure how much the mic picks up. Oh wow, there are a lot of rocks on this. I'm glad 14 other people are going to be looking at this, because I'm probably going to miss a few rocks. Will there be space news today? Yes, there will be, Larry. Yes, there will be. This is me just killing time and encouraging all of y'all to mark rocks. Ooh, first chocolate cake. Will be, yeah, so this is me encouraging y'all to mark rocks and also share that the deadline has been extended. Also, everybody, every single person, even if you've only marked a single rock, is going to get a certificate saying how many rocks they marked. After I realized that there are literally 1,000 people that have only marked a single rock, I'm regretting this decision, but you wanna know what? A single mark, or a single image marked, is still a contribution and still deserves to be recognized. So yeah, there's that. Hey DPI, I'm probably going to have to call it quits on this image in a second and submit it. There are a lot of rocks here, and I know 14 other people are going to look at this image and going to mark rocks and things that I didn't mark. I'm trying not to mark things that are too small. So, yeah. Sammy says, you talking to me? No, there are a lot of people that have only marked one image that are active in the community. There are people that have marked 0 images that are active in the community. There are people that have opened it up, done the tutorial, stared at the first image and were like, nope. And you want to know what? That's okay. That's okay. So yeah, the new shiny extended deadline has been... the new shiny extended deadline is now the 22nd. That's 12 days from now. Okay, Tinker, fine. And, alright, yeah, I'm gonna call it quits on this image. I know there's more, I know I missed things, but, you know, we can generally tell that there's a lot of rocks, like, right here in the middle of the image, and that there's some disturbed part here, and there's some boulders. Alright, so I'm gonna click image done. Hey, Bermina, yeah, it is definitely good news. As a reminder, if it hangs when you click image done, that's actually normal. Give it a second and it'll eventually refresh. Like it did right there. So I'm gonna close this one. Actually, no. I'm going to hide it and pull the dogs back up and then close this. But yeah. So let me pull up the chat. Oh, thanks for the host, Veronica. Here's some treats for Puck. Hey. Speak. Good boy. And make it rain. Good boy. We got one whole bark out of him. Good job. So yeah, Larry Weird says, we don't code in the middle of the war, but in the next war, I would like to save an image and finish later. Yes, that would be nice. But even, you know, right now, what we're doing is fine. Because some of these images do take a lot of time. There are people that zoom through images way quick. There are some people that take forever. I don't seem to trust the time submitted because I don't know what that means. Tinker's like, where's my Cheerio, Mom? Where's my Cheerio? Have a Cheerio. She's like, okay, that works. Oh, I'm gonna have to refill the Cheerios, so let me do that while we have a few more minutes. So, oof, if you're not on our Discord, now is the time to get on our Discord. Excuse me while I refill. So if you're not on our Discord, now is the time to get on our Discord. And here's why. On the Discord, you have much quicker access to Dr. Pamela and myself. You can do... or you can hang out with other bending mappers. You can share your images. You do need to agree to the rules first, although I found many mappers that are on the Discord that hadn't agreed to the rules, but you know, some of them had done well over 25 images, so I'm like, you wanna know what? You're alright. We just have this whole little kind of waiting area. It's gonna be an animal-filled day, guys. May I help you? It's gonna be an animal-filled day. And we are going to have space news, so I don't know what's gonna happen with this. So, yeah. Alright. Okay. So, hold on. Let me deal with the cat first. You have to let go of that. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do, cat. You're gonna have that. And you're gonna leave me alone. No, he's not in heat. He's a very old cat. He is geriatric. And he's just hungry, so I'm feeding him a liquid treat. This will take only a minute or two, so I'm sorry for not getting things ready, going on time, but if I don't feed him, he's gonna be annoying. Yeah, he is doing it, and he's purring. This is the first time he's let me hold him and feed him. Normally he wants to just sit on my desk. So yes, for those that are just tuning in, yes, there will be space news. I literally just have to feed the cat. So give me 1 minute and then we'll, come on, there's still more in the tube. There you go. You happy with cat news too? Come on, you can do it, buddy. I know the old folks boogie. Was your mind made a promise your body can't fulfill? Yeah. He has, like, next to no teeth. Because he does have teeth. Hey, Falco! Puck's somewhere. Tinker's just off screen. This is Tuffy in my lap. I'm just giving him... Yes, hence the liquid treat. Yeah, I know. Oh, you got it on me, didn't you? Well, good thing that part's not on camera, huh? Hey, boss lady! The cat decided right at 1 o'clock to make an appearance, and favorite human just kind of stared helplessly because there's no stopping the cat. What about all the stuff you got on my shirt? What are you doing? Please, ow! I was gonna put you down. I was gonna put you down, cat. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to change my shirt. It's not on camera, so I'm not too worried, but oof. Okay, he did take the long way. I don't know why he took the long way. He didn't have to take the long way. Anyways, so that should keep the cat quiet. We hope. Look! Just for that, here's some, treats. And... Hey! Speak! There you go. I'm trying to get them to 2 barks exactly. Kitty doesn't know. He does not know the effect of his claws, and I haven't trimmed them in forever, and that's what makes it worse. And he will try to climb up legs if you don't have pants on. There have been many a time when favorite human has been gaming and has been fighting off the cat while he's been gaming. Okay, so we're gonna do this thing. I'm gonna kill the music because, kill the music. And we're going to, I'm gonna roll the rocket video. Yeah, it was at least just Claude. No, he does not need to be burped. Thank goodness. Ow. I'm gonna roll the rocket video, and then we're gonna get into the space news, because all of that should be set up. So yeah, let's do this thing, shall we? Shall we? We shall. So I will see you on the other side. Hello and welcome to Daily Space for today, July 10th, 2019. I am your host Annie Wilson and we're gonna go over all of the things that launched and all the things that are gonna launch. And quickly, to keep the dogs quiet, they get, some Cheerios. So let's get at it, shall we? We shall. So first we're going to cover the things that have launched because we were kind of on a vacation last week. So we didn't cover a lot of these launches as they happened because, we normally do. So the first up thing that launched was the Orion Ascent abort for NASA. And it was a successful test. And looks like I copied a lot of my things. So as a reminder, this is what the test patch looked like. It has 3 stars at the top, 14 stars under the line, 1 star on the Florida coast, marking Cape Canaveral Air Force Station for a total of 18 stars. The patch itself is in the shape of an Orion capsule. And, it has the Ascent abort tower on it and the booster falling away over Earth. So yeah. And here's an image taken by Stephen Kegel in Cape Canaveral of the actual launch itself. This does look a little funny because it doesn't have a full rocket booster like that we're used to seeing. That's because the Orion Ascent abort test didn't need to go all that high. It just needed to get high enough off the ground to trigger everything and make all the things happen. So yeah, you don't need a whole lot of power. So why do overkill when you don't need to? So, of course I have a video. This is your warning if you're wearing headphones. Because guess what? Launches are loud.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. And this is the LT Minotaur launch vehicle is carrying the AA-2 launch abort system for a full stress test.
Seconds, we will see the abort.
Abort initiation.
Pyros 1 and 2 discharge both sides.
Good chamber pressure.
Good control. Reorientation. Settling phase. Jettison.
Pyros 3 and 4 discharge both sides.
Squib power enabled.
Perfect.
So there goes the LAS, tumbling a bit. Orion coming down.
Start of data
Everything looking
rebroadcast.
good so far.
Recall there are no parachutes on this test today, so once the data recorders have been deployed and the vehicle is no longer transmitting data, TC will call test complete.
And we're looking now at the Orion. That data is being written. We're about to get ejection of those EDRs.
And yeah, that was it. So they did indeed eject the data, and as far as I know, everything went successful. So that's awesome, and I'm glad I was able to find a video to share that with you. So the next thing that happened was, why are you being weird? Don't be weird. You're not allowed to be weird. There we go. The next thing that happened on the 5th, I think it was the 5th, maybe it wasn't the 5th. Anyways, the other thing that launched was, or the next thing that launched was a Meteor-M 22. It's a meteorology satellite. It was the second of a group of a planned 6, so this is the second out of a group of 6. It was launched by Roscosmos, and guess what? We also have a video. well, we have a video in a second, but here's an image of the launch, and Arnstro helped me out with these slides, and he has a note here that essentially reads this. So note the difference in the flame trench for the Roscosmos launch site here at Baikonur and the launch sites at Vandenberg Air Force Base or in Florida. No water being dumped to damp out the acoustic energy like the US sites do, but instead a much deeper trench that bottoms out at a steep angle relative to the pad, so the sound goes sideways instead of back up at the rocket. And this picture was taken from another launch pad that is opposite the one being used, and both of the launch pads use the same system. So thanks for that information, Arnstro, because I don't think I would have found that myself. But yeah, as you can see in the image, it goes into a pit. It has a sharp angle, and the sounds come in this way and then bounce out that way, so they don't go back up at the rocket. Oh, this is not Baikonur. This is Voshnotchity. I can't. Okay, so this is not Baikonur. I am sorry. We were mistaken. This is another launch site that starts with a V. Vostochny. I don't speak Russian. I'm going with Vostochny. So this is not Baikonur. I apologize for that mistake. Okay, so here's the image. And here is the video. Again, rocket launches are loud. You've been warned. We're actually going to skip ahead until... and you'll understand why. Alright, so we're going to skip ahead to here. So it's going to load in a second. For a second, but you'll... What? Really? That was supposed to be more impressive. Well, I thought this was a more impressive video. There it goes. And then it just loses it for a while. Because they have it kind of looped on here a couple times. There we go. So yeah, that was the video of that launch. And okay. Oof. Alright, so now onto the things. It apparently doesn't like it when I make YouTube videos full screen. So onto the things that are launching. So guess what, guys? Folks, people, aliens, guess what, folks? There is a launch tonight. That is indeed tonight, or early tomorrow morning if you're in plus UTC land, of a... oh shoot, I don't even remember what rocket it is, but it's an Arianespace launch. So this is the Falcon Eye launch that's been scrubbed a couple times because of weather. They've backed it up 2 or 3 times. Last night when I made my slides, They didn't know when it was going to launch. I just happened to check this morning and saw it was launching tonight. So yes, we are indeed going to stream this. The actual launch itself is at July 11th, 1:35 a.m. UTC. For those of us that are in negative UTC land, that is July 10th tonight at 9:53 p.m. on the East Coast or 6:53 p.m. on the West Coast. And they are launching the Falcon Eye 1, which is UAE's 4th satellite in orbit. Again, I did not know I had to be ready for this one today. So I will have a little more information later for the launch tonight. Also we're going to make bingo and all the other fun things that we do for launch. So here's an image of the satellite that's going up. Again, it's the Falcon Eye 1. It's just, another observational satellite. Again, I will have more information on this for you tonight because, we'll read the launch kit together. How many hours from now is this, please? Okay, so that's actually a very fair question. It is, I have to go backwards, I'm sorry. It is about 8.5 hours from now. I will probably be streaming in another 8 hours. So 7.5 to 8 hours I should be streaming again. But if I were you, I'd check back in 8 hours because we should totally be live then. So, yeah, this is why I try to provide UTC time, but I know not everybody can transmit UTC time to their local time zone. It is a skill I encourage you to have. Anyways, the next upcoming launch. This one's on July 12th at 12:31 p.m. So it's a little afternoon UTC, which is going to be an early morning launch at 8:30 a.m. East Coast and 5:31 a.m. West Coast. This is another Roscosmos launch. It is for the Spektr-RG Space Telescope X-ray. That is a joint Russian and German project. There are literally two instruments on this space telescope. So I have some pre-launch stuff for you, and it was originally scheduled to launch on the 21st. I think there was an issue that they had to work around. So here it is being backed into the launch pad. Yes, they moved this thing on a train. You actually see two different sets of tracks here. I will explain the different sets of tracks in a second. The Soyuz R7 family of rockets are pretty beefy, but you can tell from the picture above that Proton is definitely a heavier lift vehicle just by looking at it, and that was brought to you by our instro. And here's an image of it going vertical on the launch pad. And I think they've pulled the train away a little bit. There was about 3 or 4 minute video that I posted in Discord last night that covered the whole process of moving it from the assembly area to the launch pad. And I don't have anything other than that. But you see that weird looking tower in the background? Those other wider sets of tracks are for that mobile service tower. And it's actually brought forward to the rocket, and then kind of all those little things open, and then they close again around the rocket as if it were giving it a hug. So again, if you're on Discord, I posted the video and you can see all of that happening. It was just a really long video to add to Daily Space, so I figured Discord was a better place to share it. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so next after that is ISRO. That is India Space Research Organization. I think I got that right. Or ISRO. ISRO. It is India's equivalent to NASA. So they, on July 14th at 21:21 UTC, or 5, did I get that right? Yeah, 5:21 p.m. East Coast time or 2:21 p.m. West Coast time, they are launching their lunar mission. So Chandrayaan, literally moon vehicle 2, is what they're launching. This is going to be a big one. We're going to have a watch party. Oh yeah, so stay tuned for all of those details. So why is this a really big deal? It's India's second lunar exploration mission, which is pretty awesome. And it includes a lunar orbiter, lander, and rover that were all developed and built in India. Originally, India was working with Roscosmos with this project, and Roscosmos was supposed to provide one portion of the project, but there was a failure on another bit, and because the technology that they were going to help Israel with was based on, you know, that other failure, they were like, we're out. We have to take time, we're out. And India's like, okay, we're just going to do all of this ourselves. So they did. They did. And the orbiter doesn't have a name, but the lander and the rover do. The lander is called Vikram. Vikram? Yeah, Vikram. Literally Valor. It was named after the father of the Indian space program, Vikram. I'm gonna slaughter this and I'm so sorry. Sarabhai? I'm going with Sarabhai. I am so sorry. I'm sure I got that wrong. And the rover is Proton, literally wisdom. So you have Valor and Wisdom as the modules that are going to land on the surface. So a successful landing will make India, or would make India, the 4th nation to soft land on the moon. If successful, it will be the 2nd lunar mission to soft land near the lunar South Pole. The primary objectives are literally to just perform the soft landing and get the rover to operate. That's literally their primary objective. They just want to make this thing land softly, as we know that can be a challenge with, you know, berry sheets, and, you know, just get everything going. And then there are scientific goals as well. They include studies of the lunar topography to help prepare 3D images. Yes, the rover actually has like 3D eyes. It's amazing. Mineralogy, elemental abundance, lunar exosphere, and the signatures of hydroxyl and water ice. So I don't know where I put my water. I was not prepared. Anyways, I lost my little water thingy and I can't find it, but we can make this work. We can make this work. Hold on. Okay, so we can make this work. So hydroxyl and water ice. Water is literally, you know, water, H2O, which, as a reminder, the red is oxygen and the white is hydrogen, and they're looking for a bunch of this, and these can be, a bunch of water can form hydrogen bonds between literally the hydrogen and other water molecules. I might see if I can try to form a little water ice lattice for you guys. So hydroxyl is literally just an oxygen bonded to a hydrogen. That's it. That's it. And it can be bonded to, and then the oxygen can be bonded to anything else. So that includes, you know, another hydrogen like water, or it could be or it could be like, I don't know, a carbon, as I quickly put this together, as in, you know, ethanol. But the little thing, this right here, is a hydroxyl group, or a hydroxy group. So yeah, that's all it is. That's all hydroxyl is. So everybody knows it's just a water bonded to a hydrogen that's usually bonded to something else. So, yeah. So that's what they're going to be looking for. And I have pictures, because of course I have pictures. This is a picture of the orbiter, and there are humans nearby for scale. So you can see it's not huge, but it's not, you know, yeah. Yes, hydroxyl is water missing a hydrogen. But it can be more than that. We'll go over more of the chemistry stuff at the end. So this is the orbiter with people for size, or for scale. And then this is the lander with the rover. As you can tell, the rover's not very large. The life expectancy for the rover is actually 1 lunar day. A single lunar day, or about 14 Earth days. But it does have a solar-powered sleep-wake cycle implemented, which might result in a much longer life. It may survive, a whole lunar night. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Lunar nights get really cold, so hopefully it'll survive through that, and yeah. Open Cage is asking, is it the same size as the Sojourner? I'm not sure, but it looks like it could be. It's really not very big. It does have a total of 6 wheels, 3 on each side. You can't see the third wheel really well in this image because it's black and it blends in with the ramp. But the third black wheel is in between the 2 silver wheels, and yeah, it probably is about the same size of Sojourner. So, yeah. It's not very big, but they just want to try to, do some science. So, and another launch, another Roscosmos launch, wow, Roscosmos is going to be kind of busy, is July 15th. There's no live video expected. Why is there no live video expected? Because it's yet another military communications satellite. This is Blagovest-14 Lima. It is the last of 4 to create the Blagovest constellation, and some sources are saying that this is for domestic communications, some sources are saying it's for military. I'm going to go with, because there's no live video expected, that it's for military, because that makes sense. And another launch. This is the last launch within the next upcoming week. I promise we're almost done. Almost done. This ULA launch occurs on July 17th at 11:12 a.m. UTC. That is 7:11 a.m. East Coast, 4:12 a.m. West Coast. This launch was delayed from June 27th due to a vehicle battery failure discovered during final processing. Whew. This one's early. We may or may not stream this one. I'm just going to be honest with you guys straight up, because this one's early. This one's going to require me to get up at 6, and I'm not a morning person. But it will be streamed. ULA will have, a live stream going for this, and we will definitely make sure to share that link. So it is launching the advanced. Hold on, let me read all this read all this again. All right, so it's launching the Advanced Extremely High Frequency Satellite number 5, or the Alpha Echo Hotel Foxtrot 5 for the Air Force. And I quote, the AEHF satellites provide highly secure, jam-proof connectivity between U.S. national leadership and deployed military forces. This is the 5th of 6 satellites for this constellation. And yeah, I know that there was some talk, or I read something about how just one of these satellites has more bandwidth than 5 Milsat satellites, or Milcom satellites. I don't remember what they were called. So that's a huge increase in bandwidth. So yeah, it's a pretty big satellite. So this is not of the AEHF. This is an image of, the AEHF, but it's not of the 5th one, it's of the 4th one, and this is an image of the Solar Wing installation and deployment, and there are humans for scale, and it is huge. These things are humongous. So yeah, and Atlas V is definitely needed to get those things off the ground. And then here is, again, an image of the Atlas V getting ready to, be mated with the fairing. This was taken a while ago, back in May, I think. And the neat thing about this launch is that it's an Atlas V in the 551 configuration. That's 5 SRBs, a 5-meter fairing, and 1 upper stage Centaur motor. This is also the 10th launch of this configuration, and overall it's the 80th Atlas V launch since the first one in 2002. Oof, oof, oof. Okay, so that was a lot. I know. We got through it. We survived. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the hydroxyl thing a little bit more. So if you have any questions, please at me with them. I'm going to go back up in a second. Breakfast smells amazing. Is that mine? Oh man. You're going to have to eat that one or set it aside. Okay. We're going to, where'd my water go? Oh, I had it connected to ethanol. Alright, so we're going to quickly talk about the hydroxyl thing and water. And then, drink some H101. And we'll go over your questions. And the hot dog is following favorite human around because the favorite human has food and he drops food. So, yeah, the dogs are more interested in what favorite human has going on. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to find, where's their thing? I don't know where their thing is. Okay, there's their thing. Okay. So I'm just going to turn the dogs off. All right. So again, this is water. It is 1 oxygen and 2 hydrogens, and hydroxyl, or hydroxy, is just this. It is literally just a water bonded to a hydrogen. It can be bonded to another, and it's usually oxygen, hydrogen bonded to R, and R just means literally anything. So it could be, another hydrogen, which would make it water, and that's very specific, and usually we just don't leave it as R bonded to OH. It could be a ethyl group, ethyl group, and turn it from that to, ethanol. So, yeah, that's literally just hydroxyl. It's literally just a oxygen and a hydrogen bonded together, and usually bonded to something else, which in the case of this model is just an ethyl group. So I hope that helped. I'm going to scroll up now looking for questions. And I think there was a lot of stuff to cover today, so I'm sure I missed something. Yes, the rocket for the Orion Ascent Abort test was essentially just an modified ICBM, but that's not uncommon. Not uncommon. And it was a dummy weight, so there was like no toilet, no anything in there. They just weighted it to weight the same as the capsule, and just that. I got the pronunciation of the one place correct. Yes! And Vostochny, the new Siberian spaceport that was embroiled in all the corruption scandals, there's actually some issues with Baikonur too. And we'll get to that in a second. Not getting up at 3:35, says DPI. I don't blame you. Yes, 6 Pacific, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, more or less. I should be online by then streaming because, you know, we need to set up all of the things. We need to set up the bingo. We need to, you know, we'll probably mark Bennu. I'd love to play games, but, you know, I'd like to mark, we'll probably mark Bennu, let's be honest. ISRO is not commercial, Larry, Weird and Proud. ISRO is a national agency. That's why, even though it has all the components for the Google Lunar X Prize, it was never considered part of the Google Lunar X Prize. As a reminder, the Lunar X Prize was to land on the moon, take images and video from where you landed, travel, I think it was 500 meters, and do it again. So, they are indeed a national organization, a governmental organization, and not commercial or private, which is why they weren't really ever part of the Lunar X Prize. So, and I don't know what exactly language the lander names were in. I just pulled off of Wikipedia and it said, hey, it literally means this. So, yeah. The tomcat's name is Tuffy. The cats took it. The cat's name is Tuffy. Tuffy. And Oppie size, Sojourner. Restmat says lunar endurance past one lunar night is tricky. It can get so cold that batteries explode. Most landers that have outlasted lunar night use radioactive heating units to keep the batteries warm. Mike Cassidy asks, why are wheels used and not treads like tanks? I don't know. I think I saw somebody post that. Oh, Restmat says probably because of testing. I really don't know why they don't use like tank treads. Also, Restmat says tank treads have many more moving parts than just wheels, and lunar dust environment is very corrosive to mechanisms. Yes. Yes. So the Baikonur. Talk about Baikonur real quick while I quickly scroll. So Baikonur has a couple launch pads for Proton rockets, and they aren't being updated, and their life expectancy is coming up pretty soon. So that may explain why there's so many Proton-M launches that are happening, because they need to get these up before, you know, they can't anymore. They used to have 2, I forget the numbers, but they used to have 2 Proton launch pads, and one has essentially been cannibalized for parts for the other. And yeah. Salty and Spicy asks, what is the next launch date for SpaceX or NASA? I get all of my information from rocketlaunch.live, and I will look at that in a second. I have a lot of windows open. So, and I see chat still scrolling. So the next launch for SpaceX is, where is it? It's Rocket Lab. SpaceX. Alright, so the next launch for SpaceX is not until July 21st. And then the next launch for NASA probably isn't going to be for a while, let's be honest. It's not even on, oh, wait, there it is. Next launch for NASA proper is scheduled for 2020. Unless you're thinking of launches done on NASA's behalf through the commercial resupply system, or resupply, whatever, which would be SpaceX, Northrop Grumman, and I think that's all, just SpaceX and Northrop Grumman. The next astronaut that goes up will be later this month. And in fact, because it's not happening within the next week or so, I didn't cover it. I try not to cover out too far because launches slide and, you know, get delayed and all these other things. But the next NASA astronaut to go up, the next humans to go up into space, they take off on July 20th. They are already in Baikonur, and they're already doing all of their pre-flight rituals and routines and things of that nature, so they're already there. So, oof. Yeah. So I got that. Waffles. I don't even know what it is. It just smells delicious. Didn't they need to build a new one at Vostochny? I don't know, DPI. I really don't know. I really don't know. So John Jerulian points out the surface of the moon is powder and will gum up mechanicals. The wheels are a hollow cage that keep the rover off the ground and let powder safely fall out of the hollow wheel. Cool. And the dust is, as Sammy points out, not rounded but sharp. So the one that says it's launch day, did it happen already? No. That is the Falcon Eye 1 launch. That's at, for me, 9:53 p.m. That's much later tonight. They definitely keep up with things that are and aren't. They pretty much keep up with things that are going to be launched and moving them quickly over into the recent launches category. So yeah. Oof, oof. All right, here's the Cheerios. And speak. All right, good enough. And make it rain. All right, so thank you, everybody. Yes, for some people, the launch is technically tomorrow. For me, it's later tonight. That's why when I gave you the UTC, that's why I give the UTC date and time first, and then modify it for myself, because I realize not all of you are in America. There's some of you that are in UTC Plus land. All right, thanks for the sub. Hey Puck. Hey Puck. I can't get Puck. What launch? There's a Falcon Eye launch tonight. There's an Arianespace launch tonight on a Vega. We will be back. They do use UTC on the site. Salty and spicy, you have to use a drop-down menu. They try to adjust to your local time zone. Yeah. There's a Falcon Eye 1 launch on a Vega rocket from Arianespace, and it is in about 8 hours, so we will definitely be back on air in like 8 hours. So here's some more Cheerios, and speak. And speak. All right, there we go. And make it rain. There we go. All right. So, but yeah, the rocket launch live, you have to go underneath its launch day and select the drop-down box for UTC versus your time zone. So yeah, I think that's everything. That's all there was a lot. I know there's a lot. I wanted to cover the stuff we missed while we were on vacation and, you know, cover the stuff that's coming up. So thank you for everybody's patience. I do have breakfast waiting, and I really want my breakfast, lunch, whatever. I don't even know what it counts anymore. It's breakfast food for lunch. So I am going to roll the credits, and if somebody has any suggestions of who I should raid, please say them now. Right now I'm going to do the mini version of the wall of text because I really want food. This has been a production of PSI, that's Planetary Science Institute, working in collaboration with Youngstown State University. Here in Youngstown, it's probably still tropical outside Ohio. We are brought to you by you, so thank you for all of your support. All of your bits go to, you know, help pay, you know, paychecks, pay Susie and myself, you know, and Cheerios for the dogs, because who doesn't like seeing me throw Cheerios at the dogs? And we archive everything on YouTube, but things may not be posted up till this weekend because Susie's on vacation, a well-deserved vacation, And Daily Space is a show that occurs 1 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. Sundays, I stream again at 1 p.m. Eastern. And that's usually some sciencey things. And, I think that's all the things. If you're watching this on YouTube, join us for the live streams. It's fun. And yeah, I will see you later tonight for the launch, where we will have lunch bingo and things of that nature. And yeah, food. It is food time. Thanks for the sub. All right. And speak. All right. Good job, Tinker. She's getting there. All right. Dogs say thank you. I say thank you. Thank you, everybody. And yeah, I will see you later tonight. I'm going to roll the credits, and I guess we're just going to let AutoHost pick. So yeah. Until later. Bye. Have a wonderful insert time of day here. And